Oh, mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2 1 3. Can you hear me? Can you see me? 1 2 1 3. 1 2 1 3. Hey, Rachella, what up, Queen? Queen Denise. So it's so tough to see your name great. It doesn't even feel right. It don't feel right. Hey, Queen Arlene, Rochella. Let's see, Denise. You know what? I think I can shift this so I don't need to look to the side, and I can still. Hold up. Hold up. Let me see if I can do something. See if I can do something. Can we turn it into a display? Yes. Boom. All right, hold up. Bear with me. I'm looking for my chat because it just disappeared. There it is. There's my chat. All right, there we go. Like the new music? I love that you love it. That's a compliment. Thank you. Music was a hobby of mine growing up, and so it's been like kind of like a little bit of an escape for me. Uh, Two for Tuesday. Two for Tuesday. What up, everybody? What's up, JC? I see you. BJ, I see you. Denise, I see you. Queen Arlene, everybody, I see you. All right, so um, essentially, I wanted to hop on. Um, 1 second, make sure I'm straight. I wanted to hop on just because I had some time to kill. Um, as you know, I've been busy. I've been really, really busy. I just kind of like restructured like my studio area, and winter's coming, so got to get all the Christmas lights up and do all the winterizing and all the stuff, right? So, and not to mention all the other personal things that are going on that I'm going to keep to myself, right? It's not a public conversation. I might fill in the Discord here and there, but that's about it. But welcome. So this stream, like I said, I had a decision to make. I was going to be recording some video, some content, more long form for you guys as it relates to the psychology of trading, what it means for like execution and why we kind of fail sometimes. So I have a lot of that. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of experience in failing as a trader. So I wanted to make sure that I'm doing my part and I'm speaking on those struggles because like I can't separate myself from what made me, right? And what's still making me, right? Like so you go into this market and it humbles you, but it molds you like clay, right? It's kind of crazy. So if you think about it, before many people got into this market, like as an adult, right? I'd assume that most of us kind of harden like concrete. What happens when you leave clay out for too long? It hardens, right? And you think it's a wrap, it's done, it's destroyed, right? Um, and you are who you are. You're stuck in your ways. It is what it is. But then you get into the market, and hey, sink or swim, right? So you start to break some of those hardened layers, those hardened shells, and the longer you stay in, the kind of like the softer you get, right? The more moldable you become. Our brains are, it's like they call it neuroplasticity, right? So our brains are, it can forever change, right? Like we can forever, um, um, you know, mold ourselves and shape ourselves to the vision of who we want to be. So, one moment. Jasmine, I'm I'm doing something. You can gang, but take them off speaker or just lower it, okay? No, you're good. Just just lower the volume a little bit, okay? You sure? Okay. Hey, you want to play with me later? You want to play our game later? Okay. I'll hit you up after this, okay? Yep. Okay.
Hi, people.
They're right there.
Hi, people.
Goofball.
Hi, people.
All right.
Wait.
All right.
What? Where?
Here.
Where were you?
1 and 2. All right. Bye.
Bye. Oh, honey.
All right.
Wait. Bye, Dad.
Bye, babies.
Bye.
You got to go. All right. My bad. Happy I caught this live. What's up? What's up? Hey man, she decided to throw out today. I love it. Yeah, I'm blessed. For sure, I'm blessed. But I'm a regular dude with 2 beautiful girls and a lovely wife that keeps me grounded and keeps me humble. I think that's what I don't know. This is why I do this. Because I can be in this space and not get too big, right? Like, I don't think I'll ever like not be humble because I got those little ones that's keeping me grounded, right? So it is what it is. So welcome everybody. So I was talking about molding and shaping and stuff like that. And if you have kids, it's kind of the same thing, right? You think that you're hardened as an adult and then you have babies and then it's like, okay, well, they're going to soften you up a little bit because you're forced to make those changes. The crazy thing about the stock market and like life is how it shapes us, right? But more so, what's the word I want to use? And I gotta love them. I got 2 of those. Hey, shout out to you, Evan. But they're teens now. Yeah, they can slow down. The crazy thing about life in the market and having kids specifically is like the concept of patience, right? And it's wild to think that when we're in this game, we're in this market and things are moving or whatever, and we consistently make impatient decisions, right? Or have impatient behaviors. But meanwhile, have you ever had a kid and they're learning how to read? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be patient with your child. Like, you can't rush them through sounding out a word, right? I went through 5 books with my kid today, my youngest that you've seen, and I almost passed out. But like, you got to help them through their words, right? And you can't pressure them because they'll shut down, right? Like, you have to be understanding. You help them along for them to get it. Like, that's a level of patience that's forced upon you. Like, as a parent, like, you, as impatient as you like don't want to be, like, you have to be it. Like, it's just like it's like a non-negotiable as a parent. And I think that's the wild thing for me. It's like, we can be patient for other people, right? But we can't be patient for ourselves, right? This is for me already. Hey, I'm just speaking from the heart and speaking from experience. So I hope that what I do and say resonates with some people. But yeah, like, the patience thing is wild, right? You were at work. You got to deal with like people that you don't want to deal with on a daily basis, customers you don't want to talk to, bosses you don't want to hear from, supervisors you definitely don't want to hear from because they've been there all of 2 weeks and think they know everything and you're a seasoned veteran. Whatever the case may be, we deal with this stuff. I was in the military. I was an older soldier having to listen to younger kids trying to tell me what to do. But that was the thing. You have to fall in line. We have to establish patience, right? We are forced to be patient in our situations. But it's so crazy because we do it in our lives. We do it successfully. We're getting torn up inside because we just want to somebody, you want to, like, get on with it. But you dig deep, you find something within, and then you figure it out. You figure out a way to bite your tongue. You figure out a way to navigate a situation where it doesn't blow up or implode or explode, whatever, right? And you thrive. Some of you are successful in your businesses, and I guarantee you, your patients are tested on a daily basis, right? Some of you have a day to day. If you're a CNA, right, man, God bless your heart, right? Like, much love, much respect to the nurses, the teachers, the CNAs, the caregivers, whatever. Um, the patience is insane, like that you have to have, that you have to go into your workplace like every day. But we come into this market, and all of that um, goes out the window. All the patience that we have for everybody else, out the window. Like, right, we're not patient for ourselves. We're not, for some reason, maybe because we used all of our patience through the day. I don't know what it is, but I say that to bring it to light. I say it because I think sometimes we go about this thing in the market, and we grind on a daily basis, and we know that patience is an issue, but yet we still continue to wake up and log into the market and do the same thing over and over and over again. And some days we do well, right? Some days we do great. Either A, the market moved quicker than our patients needed to tolerate, or B, we just were on our game and we were patient that day. But more consistently, you are impatient just as a person, right? But now, instead of you having been forced because your job is on the line, right? Like, in your real world life, your job's on the line. You have to make those decisions, to not blow up or not react, because that's your income, right? You got to protect that. But why don't we bring that same energy into the market? Well, hold on, I got two of those. Okay, this is for me already. Hello, everyone. I think I'm caught up. Um, Market moves slower than I have patience for sometimes. These are facts. Look, but then that we have to sit. These are the conversations we need to have with ourselves. These are the conversations that I think too many people kind of like brush over, and we just say, "Oh, we'll just get it tomorrow," or we'll just keep pouring money into the market, and eventually I'll get it. And the whole time we're thinking it like we're ignoring the core problem, like patience, like anxiousness, like anxiety, like things like that. And we push that aside, said, nah, that's not that. And we say, it's our strategy, right? It's the market. It's out to get me, right? It's whatever. Is this trader because he called some BS out and it didn't work. So then you start pointing fingers. It's everything but us inside, right? Now, some of us aren't like that. Some of us know it's us. Some of us understand we have a patience issue, but there's a line, right? There's knowing and understanding. There's knowing, understanding, and being able to solve for, right? And I think because people, humans, right? We have this fear of looking within. We have this fear of self-assessing, like on a critical level. Um, the criticism that we put on ourselves it can be overbearing, right? And it's very, very difficult for people to look within and say that they're wrong, or say that there's a flaw or a fault or anything mentally wrong with them, right? It's one of the hardest things. So on top of the issue with self-assessment and self-realization, you also have this new position in the market where you might not know this, but you're now your own boss, right? And that's hard, right? That's hard because everything's on you. Every decision you make is on you. And I think we need to start thinking from like a business aspect. And it's easier said than done. And it's hard to do if you've never been exposed to business, if you don't understand how to structure a business, right? Or how to change your mind to towards like an entrepreneurial mindset versus a consumer mindset, right? It's really difficult. It's really difficult when you're the boss and you have to hold yourself accountable, right? It's easy to be a supervisor and say, hey, you're wrong, but it's harder to say, man, I messed up, or man, I need to fix this, right? You have to like write yourself up and you have to coach, train, and develop yourself. And it's really difficult for people to do that. Let me read comments. Market moves slower. Yep. GT says, hey, buddy, this is my first live and you would pick a better subject for me. Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy it works out. And welcome to the community as well. Big dog, I see you as a member. So I've had a lot of lives since you've been. I think I've had 3 or 4, but I'm happy you're able to catch this one. And it's just off the cuff. Like, I'm just talking to you, okay? What's up, Roll Life? Shout out to Big Dog, one of the OGs. I see you, Queen Naughty. Naughty, I'm so sorry. I did see your message. I've just been running. And I really, the only time I looked at the charts was when I was in the middle of a trade and then I would announce it. So I really haven't had a lot of time to do the analytics that you require or wanted for the charts. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to do that for you, and then I figured it probably was too late as well. How do I scroll? I got to scroll up because I missed a message. Here we go. Market moves. Okay. Okay. Roll Life says, had 2 contracts test my patience all day. Was able to close one out for $50 profit. Shout out to you. I stayed patient and didn't enter anything else. Shout out to you, big dog. What's up, Rel? Hey, what's up, Vlad? See you, big dog. Welcome. What does OG? Okay, so OG means like original gangster, but you know, we just call people OGs like they're the originals, right? They've been around for a minute. They've been a part of the community for a minute, right? So they're OGs, right? So if you see like Arlene, if you see somebody with like their names in green, so 1, they're a member, but 2, if you see like a goat on fire, that means that they've been a member for a minute, all right? All up. Had patience today, was down 50, then ended with 260. Shout out to you. Who is Ice? Ice, man, I love that. Shout out to you. Queen Fee, I see you. Welcome. So this is where we need to look. The hard thing about this market, right, is 1 is time, and 2 is self-reflection and self-correction, right? You have to be brutally honest with who you are, and you need to kind of take your licks because it's not gonna be easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? So this market is like, full disclosure, 1, I'm not a millionaire. 2, I don't consider myself having made it in the market. Now I have the tools and I know what to do, and I've made plenty of money. I give plays, I show my wins, I show my losses, but I'm a very, very conservative trader. But I also am still on my mental journey, and that is the whole purpose of my channel. Most of my content is supposed to be designed around the psychology of everything, but you do see me do a lot more like short clips as it relates to like analytics or analysis. And that's because it's right now, like me and my editor, we're just gaining some traction, and we have more coming. But you're starting to see more educational content come out too. So just look for it, okay? But anyway, hold on. Let me read the comments. Sometimes patience is also just sitting out. Yes. Naughty. That's okay. I have a long-term call with Meta and AMD I'll be asking about soon. I need to see what to roll, when, what to roll them to, what expiration date and strike that's good ones. Okay, got it. All right, yeah, we'll talk about it. You have you have the uh you have the plays for Nvidia. I gave them to you guys, I think, a day or two ago. So those are your take profit targets. And then now it's just about how much time you want to give yourself to actually go ahead and reach the max take profit target. That's what you kind of got to think about. So, so uh, for every yellow line, if you see a yellow line on my chart, I would give it like a week to 2 weeks. Okay, the max take profit targets, I would probably give it at minimum 2 weeks to hit. Like if you can swing that, I would give it 2 weeks to hit a max take profit target minimum. Um, but yeah, anyway. Good evening. Okay, about hold on, let me read this. Okay, also thinking about Google for one. All right, yep. Hey, I got into Google puts. They print it, and now I'm just waiting for a potential adding to my position because I have a position in Google. I am up. Same with Microsoft and AMD and Nvidia and you name it, right? Let's see. Joy Bless says, "Good evening. Do you have any suggestions on leaps? My accounts got wrecked by the crash. I've seen people say you help them. This is why I ask." Um, Joy, first of all, thanks for being here and thanks for participating in the chat. So every Thursday at 6 p.m. I provide we do the rapid fire chart analysis. Okay, I look at maybe minimum like 10 to 15 different stock options, and every one that I talk about for the most part are leaps or swing trade opportunities. Okay, so I would definitely you can still go and watch those live streams. All of those live streams are still relevant because the market has been pretty ranged for the most part. So I would go back to those videos. A lot of them are time stamped. So just so you guys know, if you are looking for information, let's say on Nvidia or Google or SoFi or whatever it may be, in the search bar right on YouTube, you can type Stocks4Rell, one word, the number four, right, and then space, and then enter the ticker, right, that you're looking for. So for Microsoft, NSFT, SoFi, SOFI, Google, GOOG or GOOGL, right, AMD, NVIDIA, NVDA. You type any of those words in, those tickers in after my name, and it'll pop up some of the rapid fire live streams that we've done, a couple of the short reels that I've done. And then once you click on those videos, it'll take you right to the point where I was talking about those things. Okay, so that's hopefully that game helps you. But do consider tuning in on Thursdays, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then I can give you a couple options. I will tell you that this Thursday is Thanksgiving, so I won't be live for that. Yeah, I won't be live for that. I'll see what I can do about tomorrow, but this week it's about family. It's about giving thanks and relaxing and enjoying some football amongst your loved ones. So that's kind of where I want to be. I want to keep my mind clear. I'll snipe some plays. We have a Discord, Joy, just so you know. So if you just decide that you want to join and be a part of the community, I'm always giving swing trades over there. I'm always giving plays. Pretty consistent. If you're a Megalodon, you get so many plays, right? You get more plays than you can play. I can tell you that, right? And most of them are swing trades or can be treated as swing trades. So, so yeah, come on over and consider it. As far as the leaps to the upside, it's really hard right now because there's a lot of like geopolitical things that's going on, and it's like we can't predict what's going to happen economically. So the only thing we can do is pay attention to the charts and play the levels accordingly. So I typically give you like a foundation, and I'll say if you hit this foundation, we find support, at this foundation, then we can look at leaps. That's the best opportunity, right? So look for a couple of those plays on my rapid fire lives, and then we can go from there, right? But hit me up in the comment section on those lives if you have any questions. Otherwise, join and be in the Discord, and you have like you can DM me, you can at me, tag me, whatever. I am accessible. Okay. Roll Life says, I think that's the biggest thing I was looking for in the Discord. More mental, analytically, and technical analysis. Okay. Got it. Well, Roll Life, hey, I would like to say I hope that I deliver on that, but I don't want to assume. But I think the fact you're still around and you're a big advocate of the Discord, I like to think that I'm delivering on those things that you appreciate about the Discord. So Vlad says, "Wow, that's dope info. Good to know." Yeah. Happy to help. Joy, his levels are fire. Thanks, Denise. Okay, I will join you tonight. Okay. All right, Joy. So I want you to know, if you join and become a member, right, do not be a channel supporter, right? The minimum required to be in the Discord is a minnow. But to gain access to the live trading, the live training, and for the rapid fire alerts for like the plays, then you have to be a megalodon. Okay. So just so you know. Good evening. What's up, Arthur? I see you, big dog. Okay, I will join tonight. So if you want to join during this live, you would click there's like a money sign, and then there's an option for you to join right here in the chat. Okay, so you don't have to leave. I think YouTube did that. Your SoFi video was right on. Just take profit. Took profit at 28.34. Hey, shout out to you, GT. Love it, man. Hey, y'all hit on my plays more than I hit on my plays. I can't catch everything. I wish I was Ash catching, but I ran out of Pokeballs. Like I can't do it. So like when you tell me that, I was like, man, I wish I got it, but I missed it. I'm not Ash Ketchum. All right, Megalodon is where it's at. Yeah, hope to be back in the new year. Denise, can't wait to see you back, baby. Let's go. Denise, you're still in the Discord though, so we're never gonna not see you. So that's good. But yeah, appreciate putting the heart on that. But again, patience, right? And the mindset shift that's required in order to be successful at this. Now, again, I'm not where I want to be in this game. A lot of it for me is fear, And hold on, can you repeat please what you said about yellow line? And okay, so all right, real quick. So Evan, if you ever see my chart layout and if you see, my color codes, right? So if there's no green take profit target lines, you'll see white, yellow, blue, red, right? Those are the primary colors you'll see. It's like stop and go, right? For the most part. So at the white line, right? Those are the white and the red lines are your leaps for that zone, right? It's either your bag up. First of all, a leap option technically is a year-long contract, but we've kind of blended the term to just something longer than a week, right? But technically, those are swing trades. A leap is technically 1 year. So just let's be careful with the technical terms, okay? So for a long-term swing trade, right, I would be looking at the white line, which is our foundation, or the red line, which is our ceiling, right? And you're looking for confirmation on a higher time frame. So I would be looking to enter something like that with a confirmation on like a 15-minute candle, for example. And yeah, hopefully that makes sense. As far as the yellow line goes, the yellow line is a key level of interest on my charts, and I would give them at minimum, like, I mean, if you want to hold it overnight, I would give it like 5 days, right? At least minimum of 1 week, upwards of 2 weeks, and you should be good. But the market is moving so volatile. The shorter the term of your contract, the of course like the greater your return if it moves faster than you expect. So just it's up to you what you do. Um, let's see. I don't do leaps. Okay. Okay. So you do swing trades. That's what we about, swing trades. Queen Nisha says, yeah, SoFi been good this week. I sold early. Should have done it as a swing trade, but fear got the best of me. Yes, fear is a real thing. Um, but I want y'all to start. I want y'all to like don't look. And this is a video like I'm going to talk about this as it relates to like what you're calling fear, as it relates to protecting your gains, right? Like and getting out of place too early. Yes, there's an element of fear when you're getting out of place too soon, right? But also you also have to have the mindset that you're protecting your gains, right? You just need to come to the acceptance period. So if you exit a position, before you exit, you just need to be accepting of the decision that you're making, and if you are, then fine, you've protected your capital, right? Um, so just think about it that way, and you walked away with something, right? And that's great. Some people are snipers, like KG, King Grace. He's a sniper. There's an element of greed to this, right? And I know I fall into this category sometimes because I'm used to hitting 100 to 400% gains on plays, right? So, but we also have to understand that we can't always get the whole move, and if we keep approaching the game with the expectation of getting the whole move, then we'll get smoked more times than not, right? So, um, so I say that to say, just don't beat yourself up on like taking profits, right? You're protecting your capital. So, but at the same time, you just need to be in acceptance, right, when you make that decision. So hopefully that makes sense. Um, let's see here. Denise, been using only the 15-minute time frame for Denise. I've been watching your demo trades or whatever, and you've been doing great. All right, so just keep doing it. Keep your finger on it. Don't just stop trading. Keep practicing because you're doing very well. I'm seeing the lessons that I've given, and I'm seeing you apply them. So just keep doing it. Keep sharing in the win-loss column, and just stay engaged because over time you're gonna gain this level of comfort, and you're gonna thrive. But you guys, it's all about timing and in this market. How long can you last, right? Shout out to Joy. Hey, Joy, we got a new Megalodon. We got a shark in the building. Welcome, Joy. Everybody shout out to Joy. I love the name. Just saying Joy makes me joyful. So I appreciate your name already. You're already bringing something to the community that you don't probably didn't even know. But your name, saying it out loud, it feels good. So if to access the Discord, Joy, understand that on YouTube there's a members tab that you now have access to. In the comments, right? In the post within the membership or the members tab, you'll see a link to the Discord. Just go ahead and follow that link, and then DM me a screenshot of your members tab. Okay, and then I will update your role so you can have full access to um, the entire Discord. Okay, so we have an elite room, we have the rapid fire room, and we have some other rooms that it's only privy to the higher tier members. So everybody shout out to Joy. Not playing. Not playing. Joy don't play. Joy don't play. Yes, I agree. I have been protecting my capital this week because you are right. Trying to get the 100% move has gotten me smoked. Yes, Nisha, 100%. So the trick to that, and I've been killing the game this week because like, like mainly like my mental, and those that know already know that I've shared what's kind of going on with me behind the scenes. So I'm not gonna get into that here, but just know that your boy is human and I'm transparent. Um, and at the end of the day, like for months, right, it was a stretch where like mentally, like dude, I was defeated. I was depressed. I was like fighting like major decisions, life decisions. Um, a lot was kind of like coming at me, dealing with the military and VA. Um, yeah, some other things, family related stuff. I'm not gonna get into. There's just a lot been on like on my shoulders, right? And it's been rough. So those months, right? It was clear that I was affected because you can see my trading. Like I had some red stuff happen, right? Like, and not to say that like my trading and execution of like my levels and my entries and stuff like that, those were great. But it just like I got into this mindset where getting 100% move or holding too long or saying whatever, you know what I mean? Like I was, it was not a good mental state to be in trading. So I there's something that you have to do. You need to check yourself before you go into the charts, right? So a clear, so a messy mind equals messy trades, right? A clear mind, you you'll see what you're supposed to see, right? A messy mind, you'll see what you want to see, and we have to make sure that we're checking in on ourselves. Our Discord, we have an app, right, that we use, right? That the moment you launch that app, you have to answer a mental check, right? What's your move for the day, right? Um, Hold on. Are you approaching the market with a plan or not? Right? It's not something to beat you up. It's just something to help traders. Hold on, I might have to fix my mouse. It's designed to help you just kind of gauge yourself. Where are we? Okay. But anyway, those mental checks are important. Otherwise, it will smoke your P&L. Trust me, I know. Naughty says, I have made more with buying SoFi shares than the options. With the shares, they go down, but they always go back up. So I lose less money buying the shares and just watching the P&L grow. Shout out to you. Look, investing, I think, will always make you more money than trading, right? It would always make you more money than trading. But we trade so we can invest, right? We trade and we make this money, and we have to have a plan or a system in place so to where we take some of that money that we gain from trading and apply it towards our long-term investments, or maybe our swing investments like just shares. We have to join another Discord. If we in KGU Discord, you're already in this Discord. You're in both my Discord and KGU, big dog. Just so you know. Roll life. I believe the market closes early tomorrow. Amen. That was me this week so far. Messy. Yep. Messy gets you messy results. Naughty says, I had I had dedicated $6 and sold when it went down. And then Rel said, SoFi will make you rich. Just keep buying. I had to buy back in at a higher price, but now I just buy some more, and it's paying off now. Shout out to you, Naughty. I know it closes really fast. So SoFi, I had thousands of shares of SoFi, and I decided to trim my position. The first time I trimmed my position was like at $18, and so and and then that was in my long term like retirement account. But then my day trade account, I held on. I did trim quite a bit, but then I held a good amount until we hit like 30s, and then I slammed down pretty aggressively. So, but the thing with SoFi and my day trading account, same thing with PTRN, like those were supposed to be trades, right? Those were supposed to be, hey, I'm getting in. I have a target in mind, and if I hit my target, I'm getting out, right? Because that money I've already allocated to do something else with it. So I had to blow that money up, right? Like expand it, but I have to take profits too. So, but then my long-term portfolio with SoFi, I just seen an opportunity for me to diversify my portfolio, and it's paid off. So I'm very happy about that. I think 3, 6, 9, 12. I grew my IRA portfolio by like 400%, something like that, in the past three years maybe. Yeah, it took me about 3.5, 4 years to do that. So hey, I feel pretty good about it. Um, but a lot of that came from me diversifying. But ultimately, if I held on to SoFi, I still would have been pretty solid. Um, I still have it, but if I held that bigger position that I had. Let's see here. Denise, looks like the market open full day tomorrow and closes at 1 on Friday. Okay. Thanks for looking that up, Denise. Okay. So essentially, what I'm telling you is that, like, and this is something I have to tell myself. I oftentimes remind myself that we have to treat ourselves like CEOs. We have to be the CEOs of our portfolios, right? There's no boss that's coming in that's going to tell us that we're doing something wrong. There's no boss that's going to come in here and tell us that our work isn't up to par, right? We're not delivering on our commitments. There's nobody doing that. Nobody slapping your hand or threatening you to take you from trading. So we really have to develop the discipline to check ourselves. And trust me when I say this is a work in progress, because I am still working on that. I've been humbled so many times. Like, I would think that I had figured out the mindset, the mental fortitude, establish a mental fortitude of trading. And trust me, there's a lot of work that's been done up here. But a new life event could happen, right? And just slap you back into reality. And you think you're prepared and ready for everything, and then something completely left field kind of hits you and kind of throws you into that cycle of spiraling. And then when that happens, then you get kind of disheartened, right? Like, it sucks because you think, or you thought, that you were beyond that. You were beyond reacting that way. And so when it happens, it really just means that you're not done growing, right? But that's okay. That's something I can rejoice, right? Because only I can fix it, because it's a me problem. Only I can fix me, right? So, but anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Patience, resilience, self-reflection, all those things are important on a daily. I sit in my thoughts very often, and I also communicate now more with my wife than I did before. She's my psychologist, and I am hers. So we have to communicate, because if we internalize everything, then there's a lot of weight on your shoulders. So it's been said that a burden shared is a burden halved. So if you can find somebody to share your burden, right, then you're one step closer of being of the right mindset to last long enough to make something of yourself in this market. So, but also that burden piece, man, I had so many people reach out to me in DMs when I was kind of going through my thing, and sharing their stories. And there's a lot of people that's in this community, whether you're a sub or a Discord member, or maybe you're a KGU, maybe you just got me on Instagram, whatever it is. Man, when I tell you that it was so many people that reached out with their struggle, it was very humbling, right? And I took that, and it was heavy for me. But I didn't tell them that it was heavy for me, because like things just got it just it's just more real, right? We're in this market and you press buttons and candles move and things happen, things turn green and red, and it's all these flashy stuff or whatever, and it feels like a game, right? But then when you actually connect with people and you understand, you get to learn a little bit about them, um, the human side, the that emotional side of trading, it just like I don't know, it just it's not like it makes it real, but it makes it I don't know the word I'm looking for. I don't know. I think it just brings the struggle front facing, and it tells you that there's so many different people that are in this game for different reasons. Everybody's struggle is different. Everybody has something, has a struggle, has a purpose, has a reason for being here. But the one thing that I want to urge everybody is, if you're here in this market trading for like a strong reason, like a financial issue, like, man, I have to make this work or I won't have a place to live, like, or whatever. If you're like betting everything in this game, I would really, really encourage you to take a step back and reassess your mental, because you can't approach the market with a mindset like that. You can't approach the market with I need it, because if you do, you're gonna get smoked, and it sucks, right? Every time I approach the game with a I need it mindset, it never worked out. It'll work out for a little bit, and then I get smoked big, right? Because it's never enough, right? You're you're trading to pay off debt. You're trading to pay the bills. You're trading to get out of a bad situation, right? And all those things, yes, they're important, but your approach to the game needs to be systematic and emotionless. And it's really hard to do, to separate that. So you know how like you have a 9 to 5 job, everybody has their struggles, everybody has their family issues. But when you go to work, right, you leave that stuff at the door, right? That's what we're taught, right? You leave work, you leave home at the door. You leave your problems at the door, and then you go in there and be Mr. and Mrs. Customer Service with a coconut smile, and you take care of those customers, whatever you got to do, right? We kind of got to do the same thing in this market, and it's easier said than done, but we have to leave our crap at the door, because it's gonna be there, right? All the stuff that we deal with on a daily basis, all the problems that we have, it's gonna be there, right? But we can't let it flood into our trading, our job, because you're going to have poor performance. Nobody can do their job well if you're worrying about home. Like it just doesn't work that way. And I think everybody that's here for like major struggles, I really, really need you to figure out how to separate that and compartmentalize your issues. I'm still working on this myself, right? I have issues, but sometimes really big issues come and my brain just gets to going, and then I'm processing and I'm trying to think about all the ways I can solve a problem, and that's a distraction. I can't turn it off, right? So that tells you need to take a step back. So if you're ever in a situation where you're trading and you know that you're going in with baggage, if you're going into a trade with baggage, then you need to pass on the play. You need to just walk away, right? Don't even turn off the app, because it's not going to work out. So, let's see. Hold on. Let me read some comments. Hopefully that makes sense, y'all. Hopefully I'm not wasting your time and it resonates. Like the crash, that was devastating. Yes. You mean like, oh man, that was a beautiful crash. It sucked, but we rode put options on the way down. I needed to hear this. Arlene, I'm happy to say it. This is why I appreciate you. Joy, I appreciate you, and welcome again. Your name is bringing joy to the Discord already. My beautiful wife is in the chat. She says, "Speaking straight facts, so well said, and you should be so proud of your growth." Thank you, baby. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you. I love you. But man, I swear, my wife is in the chat, right? So, and I'll tell you, like I said, like I now oftentimes go and I'll have conversations with my wife. Like if I'm having a bad like trading, like I'm in a trading funk, right? Typically, it's not because of my trading. Typically, it's some underlying issue that I'm dealing with mentally. Um, but I swear I've had a lot of those moments, and I swear I think she'd be tired of hearing me by now, um, because it's like a broken record, right? Like it feels like it's the same story, but you just change swap out the struggles. You know, that's what you're swapping out the issues. Um, but anyway, uh, so the other thing I'll say, Braille, can you speak to how this market can change your life? All right, hold up. Oh, okay. Um, so the other thing I want to say is, hold on. I just read your question and it just threw me off. Hold up. What was I gonna say? Oh man, I lost it. Same text, different font. I don't get tired. Oh, so I remember what I was gonna say. Thank you, babe, because you just helped me remember. So I want everybody here, like everybody that's listening. If you're struggling with your trading right now, I want you not to beat yourself up. Okay, I want you to applaud yourself because you're still in this game, right? And and this is why, right? So now I'm going to use an analogy. There's no disrespect to a certain person or type of people, whatever. But I'm gonna use like exercise as an example, right? So what we have coming up, we got like the New Year's, right? And everybody has a New Year's resolution that I'm gonna get in better shape. Whether you're gonna build muscle or lose weight, or you're gonna get your legs together, right? And you're gonna build your stamina and run more, whatever it is, right? You have these goals, you have these ambitions, right? Um, and you start it with a good intention, but you don't follow through with it, right? Like a lot of people, like if there was a statistic, which probably is, of people that says they have a New Year's resolution, of those people that actually commit and deliver on what they're committing to, it probably results to about 5% of the population. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably not a lot of people that are staying on track doing what they said that they were going to do, right? So I say that to say when it comes to this market and it comes to trading, you might have like a, a relative or friend or somebody in this market, whatever, they'll say, well, man, you've been trading for how long? Or you've been trading for 3 years or 1 year or 6 months or whatever it is. Um, like, why aren't you profitable? Or also, or you complain to somebody about following your rules, right? Or why you have a problem, right? And they say, well, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just do what you say you're gonna do, right? Well, then you just think about the New Year's resolution people, right? Like people that want to go work out and exercise. It's like, well, why don't you just go to the gym every day? Why don't you just go on a walk every day, like you said you would do it, right? I say that to say it's harder. It's easier said than done, right? And I want you guys to applaud yourselves because you have not given up. Technically, every day you turn on your charts, every day you decide to trade in this market, that's you going to the gym, okay? That's you going to the gym, right? So you really need to change your mindset and think positively from that perspective. You should be so proud of yourselves because you're going down a path that not many people are going down. And for whatever reason, rather it's financial freedom, rather it's building wealth for your family, rather that's just paying the bills, whatever your reason for being in the market is your reason. And whatever reason that you're not profitable or whatever, it's also your reason, but you're not giving up, right? So now there is a level of insanity to this. You have to be utterly insane to do this, in my opinion. Like you have to have some type of drive, some type of like like just I don't know, like a persistence that's like unmatched needs to just be in you in order for you to get to pursue this journey. So be proud of yourselves. Now, to Vlad's question, Rel, he says, Rel, can you speak to how this market can change your life? Well, Vlad, the market can change your life in a multitude of ways. Now, because I'm not a millionaire, right? I can't speak from a millionaire's perspective. I can speak to like what I've perceived people do, right? For example, we have Keenan Grace, right? KG has become a millionaire. I watched him quit his job as a teacher and go all in on YouTube investing, right, and just building wealth, right, to millionaire status, right. So for my perspective of what that's done for someone like that, because I mean he's a good person ultimately, right. So he, what he's done with his wealth, right, is what I see as a potential way of changing your life, right? Paying it forward, putting people on. I've seen him pay somebody's mortgage. He employs so many people, right? Um, he's raised money for various charities, right? And he's at a point where he doesn't have to do any of this, but he still commits his time to people, right? So there's that there's that aspect of um, life changing money, right? Life changing money. But then you have the other aspect of um, the life changing piece as far as what it does to you mentally. Like you are you are conditioning yourself, right? You are building an armor. Like first you're stripping away an armor that you've developed, right? We are all conditioned and programmed from a 2005 type mindset. Like we are told and taught a certain way to do things a certain way, and a hard head makes a soft what, So we think that we're predefined to just be X, but this market is humbling you, is changing you for, to me, the better, because you're learning all these skills and you're working on yourself at the same time. So the mindset aspect of the market, I think that's life changing. So the market has, from that perspective, has done a lot for me, right? I've been through a lot. I've been in the military. I've gone first in my family to go to college. I come from nothing, right? I've had many like achievements as far as like my from where I come from to like my workplace and all this stuff, right? And I survived some stuff, right? Like I've survived some things that people wouldn't want, like situations they wouldn't want to be in. But I'll tell you, the market has been the most challenging thing that I've ever faced, which is crazy, right? There's nothing more challenging. Not a millionaire yet. Shout out to my baby. Facts. um, but there's nothing. There's nothing to me that I've faced more challenging than the market, except for like my childhood. But like when you're a child, like you can only do so much, right? There's only so much in your control. The market, man, like it really, really forces you to work on yourself. And if you don't have the mental fortitude to work on you, then just quit, right? Like I mean, that's what you're gonna do if you can't stomach all the negative, all the stuff that you have to like face like within in the market, then it's not gonna work out, right? So but that choosing to face it, choosing to not just face it but fix it, right? That that's huge. And once you start working on that version of yourself, you just become a different person, like a better version of you, right? In my opinion. So, because you are already dope, whoever you are, and, and then you're in this now, and I just think you just become a better version of who you are, just because you are deciding to build you, right? You're pouring into yourself instead of pouring into a 9 to 5, right? So you are investing in yourself, and I think that's the ultimate thing. Um, so there's nothing else in the world, in my opinion, that'll put you in a position um, where you are investing so much into yourself, time, energy, effort, all the things, right? Let's see, TXD. I feel like so much to learn to do this. When I see candles and I think I'm reading the price action, it goes the other way. It's super crazy to think I'll never be profitable, not giving up by any means. Man, TXD, I totally get it, right? I totally get it. So it's about, again, easier said than done, but it's about reacting, not predicting, right? We got only trade with what we can see. Everybody here probably has some indication of what a proper setup looks like, right? There's something that you've seen time and time again that's come to light, right, on the chart, and it's played out almost always the same way. But when those moments come, right, are you choosing to execute, or are you trading in fear, right? And I think a lot of us are trading in fear, and I'm one of them sometimes, right? Because we're letting the previous trade dictate the current trade, and there's nothing else that matters than the candle that's in front of you. And I think we just need to have that mindset. So when you say that it just goes the other way, that just tells you that that play in particular didn't confirm. It didn't do what you thought it was going to do. That's okay. Another part of this is acceptance, right? We need to understand that losses will happen, right? And we need to be like, okay, right? Example. And a lot of this, I'm going to get cut up, like I have whatever. All this is on my brain, right? But think about it this way. If you have kids, right? I have kids, and they are in a competitive sport, whether it's dance, whether it's basketball, whether it's whatever, right? When they lose, what do? They say, "Oh, we lost." Okay. And they go to the next game, right? And so they drive on, right? But when we lose, we say, I knew this. I knew I should have did this, or man, I got to get it back. Um, like why did this happen to me? Well, now the market's against me, right? It's all these things except, oh, it's a loss. Okay, moving on, right? We need to as adults, we've kind of gotten rid of the simplicity of things, right? A kid, for example, if you take your kid out for ice cream, right, and you're walking across the street and they drop their ice cream, right? Do you think they're gonna run into traffic and go try to pick it up? Absolutely not. They're not gonna run into traffic. They might be upset about it, but they're not gonna run into traffic. They're gonna wait until they get to the next ice cream, right? It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but that ice cream gone. They're not about to chase that ice cream down, right? Like it fell, right? It's in the middle of traffic, right? But we, as traders, we get out of the play and we want to get back in. We get out too early and we get out too late, right? But we want to get back in. We FOMO. This is like FOMO. So there's the balance, and we need to find the childlike simplicity as it relates to approaching this game, because things are not that big of a deal, right? I think we just give too much power to these candles, right? We give too much power to price action or just the market, right? And in reality, we have a strategy, we have a plan, we know what the setups look like. Let's see. Nope. Nope. This is our playbook, and we're waiting to see. Nah. Oh, there it is. So when you see that playbook, are you ready to run it, right? Or are you gonna like think about it and you're gonna overanalyze, right? You're gonna overanalyze. You're gonna do too much, and then you're gonna miss the play, and then you're gonna FOMO into the play, and then you're gonna get sniped, right? So we have to just do things consistently, and I'm talking to myself too, right? We got to do things consistently, and we have to be systematic in our approach, right? And we have to be accepting. I made an entire training video on acceptance, right? For me, that was one of the most powerful, most important videos I could ever make that you will ever see, in my opinion. And if you want to see it, become a megalodon and join the Discord, right? But anyway, I think that's just a big part of this whole thing. I'm gonna read the comments. Super grateful to be plugged into this community. Thank you for being led to mentor and teach others. Hey, I appreciate that, big dog. Yeah, I wouldn't be here if people didn't push me to do it. Like 100%. This started like I've been helping people for years, like behind the scenes, rather it's on Twitter, and I've been in KGU for 5+ years, helping tens of thousands of people, and just doing my thing. Like, and but now I think I just got to a place where I was more comfortable speaking on things because I've worked so much on myself. I'm still working on myself, but I'm in a position where I can feel confident that what I say and what I do and what I show could help maybe ease that transition for newer traders, right? Like maybe you'll spend less time figuring it all out by me sharing what I share. So I'm in a place where I genuinely want to help. And you can ask my wife. I don't know if she's here, but for years she's watched me, right? Like, she's watched me like get so joyful when I seen other people win. I would go and I would share with her like the wins of other traders that listened to my advice and took the trade, executed, and crushed the market, right? And God gets so pumped. Meanwhile, I'm still struggling. I don't trust myself. I'm going through my mental hurdles, blah, 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 right? But so much joy brought by seeing other people win, right? And I think that's what kind of like puts me in this position now, because I still have that passion more than anything. So I'm telling myself that I'm going to get better and profitable. There you go. I want you to narrow that down, Arlene. So you said I keep telling myself that I'm going to get better and profitable. I want you to say, I'm only going to trade what the market gives me, right? I'm going every day. I'm going to trade what I see, not what I hope to see, right? If that's your mantra, today I'm gonna trade what I'm gonna see. Today I'm gonna trade what I see, not what I'm gonna see, or not what I hope to see, right? What I see a morning star. That's a solid candle with some momentum. It's time to enter a trade. My stop loss is below that morning star, so that doji at the bottom, if it hits, okay, the play is invalidated. I move on. I just say, okay, I'll wait till the next one. Go back to my playbook. You weren't wrong necessarily. It just didn't play out the way that you wanted it to, or that your system said it would. It's okay. Getting better and staying in trades when I see a red candle pop up on my calls. Getting better at waiting for confirmation for the candle direction. Shout out to you, Denise. Denise, one-on-one counseling with Rail was extremely helpful for me. Appreciate that. What's up? Shout out to Lisa Stocks. If you guys don't know, Lisa talks a lot about long-term investments. And earlier in this live stream, we were talking about Queen Nadi had mentioned how she made more money buying SoFi shares than trading SoFi options. And a lot of that is long-term investing. And we call her long-term Lisa because that's what she specializes in. So check her channel out if you guys don't know who she is. And, learn something. My wife, I'm still here. The fact that you're still here means that you're not tired of hearing me. And that's crazy because has it been 18 years? I know it's 13 years married. So hold on, let me do some math. 18 years, dang. Yeah, we've been together 18 years. That's crazy. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Everything is politics. It says, appreciate you, bro. You helped a lot. I'm still learning. Man, I love to hear it. Hey, if you ever want to be a part of the community, come on over, man. And even if you just want, like, you don't need to be a megalodon, but I mean, if you just want to be there and have like direct connection and all that stuff, man, I still give plays to the minnows and above, so they still get those swing trades and stuff. So consider becoming a member. Anybody that's here, if you want to be a member, you don't need to leave the chat anymore. You can just hit the little money sign button, and then you can click join if you so choose. Right? Are we doing futures soon? Okay. Yes, Evan. Futures is going to be a thing. But me and my wife, we have an agreement as to when I'm going to start futures. Right. So there's something I want to take care of. So I'm not trading as if I need it. I want to make sure that I'm approaching the game the right way. I know how to trade futures. I've successfully traded futures live. You can find the live streams for them. I think there was one futures trade, man, and it was so fire. Hold up. I know it's old stuff, but at the same time, we had 20 times. Hold up. Yeah. In one of my futures trading sessions that I did live, I made $120,000 in one session because I traded 20 contracts and they ran for $6,000 a piece. It was crazy. Unfortunately, they were not live accounts, so it didn't work out for you, boy. But that would have been just the earning potential is definitely there. It's just a matter of me being conditioned properly. Futures for me is more about scalping than swing trading. And when you're scalping, when you get into that mindset of scalping, day trading, whatever, there's a different mental aspect to it because it's like going to the casino and then hitting a slot machine. And let's say you go to the slot machine, right, and you got $50 and you put $50 in the slot machine and then you come up $50. But you're at the slot machine, so you press the button or you pull the lever because you're just in auto mode, right? And because the market, and as it relates to trading, the market's still moving, and you still got volatility, and so you're still like, now you're fearful or fearful that you're gonna miss out on more moves. So acceptance for me is something I'm still working on, as it relates to futures. So not really. I think it's more of like I need to have the struggles that I have, I need those to be extinguished before I pursue that. Because I know that once I do commit to futures, I'm gonna be a beast. Like that is next level for me, right? But it'll always be there. So I'm just gonna be patient and do it when I'm ready. And I don't want to commit to a specific time, but I'm going to assume that it'll be by March. By March. Hopefully it's sooner, but I'm not going to rush it, but it is coming, big dog. All right, let's see what we got. Lisa, I got headphones in the chat. Queen Lisa, I see you. All right. I said a lot today, y'all, and hopefully this was of value. unintended, but we got a new member out of it. So shout out to Joy for becoming the latest Megalodon. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the Discord pretty soon. Um, those that are not in the Discord, mine, I hope that you're in one. You're in a good community because I think community is like really big as it relates to this game. So if you're not in the community, find a home, right? You don't have to join mine. I would love to have you, but you don't have to join mine. But I just don't want people to kind of be floating around in space, doing this alone when they don't have to, right? Remember, a burden shared is a burden halved. You don't have to do this by yourself. People think a Discord is about going somewhere for free trades. It's not about that, right? That's a perk, of course, right? Because we want to help people eat. We want people to feel as though that the membership pays for itself. So I consistently provide trades and plays for everybody. But it's more than that. The community is about people supporting and elevating one another, especially when you have people in your circle outside of this game that are naysayers or that are thinking you're crazy or whatever, right? You need a support system, and I don't care how strong you think you are, right? You need a support system. So if not mine, hopefully you're in a good one. If you're not in a good one and you don't want to join mine, then there's KGU, right? And if you don't know who Keenan Grace is, just look him up on YouTube. He's been around for a minute. He's a market millionaire, right? So I'm a crown trader over there. That's a home. So I'm in 2 Discords. I'm not in any other stock person's Discord. So that's it. It's mine and KGU. I'm community college. He's a university. So start with me. Let's get all that stuff squared away. Then go to college if you so choose. Valuable for sure. Thank you for a very valuable conversation. All right. I'm in KGU. Do minnows get in your Discord too? Minnows do get in my Discord. So yes. If you're a minnow, you have access to the swing trade plays. You have the live trading channels. You have pretty much most of the Discord channels open to you. You just don't get the rapid fire alerts, which are like live plays, swing trades. That's where you get like the 200% bangers, and it happens a lot. So if you want those, then you have to be a Megalodon. If you see me in KGU, you'll see me post like 1 to 2 plays. I'm limited with how much I can post as far as like tagging everybody. But in my Discord, I tag all the time. And you can get tired of me or whatever. I don't care, because I know there's a lot of people eating off of the plays. So I will continue to do so. And yeah, try it out. If you want to be a Megalodon, be a Megalodon. If you don't, because you are KGU, then just come over, be a minnow, and you'll just get the swing trades over there. You'll probably just get a couple more. If you're looking for trades, you'll get a couple more trades over there than I post in KGU. But as a minnow, if you're looking for more content from me, I do live streams outside of KGU, but it's not necessarily for minnows. So I do some lightweight training for anybody that's not a Megalodon, and then I do special live trade and training sessions for the Megalodon tiers exclusively, right? So pick your poison. And we meet weekly on Sundays. Every Sunday, orcas, anglers, Megalodons, we're meeting weekly and we're strategizing for the week. So we're not going in blind. We're doing our homework on Sundays so we can play Monday through Friday, right? Arlene, thank you so much, Queen, for the $2 super chat. That means a lot. You guys understand that I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $50, I don't care if it's you joining. At the end of the day, you don't have to do that. So for you to go out of your way, right, and just say, hey, here's $2, that means a lot, because that just tells me that you appreciate the content and you're supporting the community. So thank you so much, Queen. I really appreciate it. All right. So any questions? I don't know. Why does that look like that? Why do I look weird? I look blue. Oh, I know why I look blue. Hold up. Here we go. Nope. No, not gonna happen. That's Arlene. That's why I'm blue. Okay. What time on Sundays? Typically it's about 6 p.m. But it depends. I'm a football fan, so if the Packers are playing, I ain't on. I'm either on before or after the Packer game. Just know. All right. Love it. Absolutely. What's that? What'd you just say? Hold up. The bad D da. I don't know what. Da ba dee da ba dee ba da. Is that what you're saying? Da ba dee da da da. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. All right. Why you say sorry? J Rock, the lights. Yeah, it's the lights. It's all good. I'm better. I'm back now. Hey, Black Friday sale. If you want some swag, all right, sacrifice4riches.com/shop, 10% off. It's S4R10. It's the discount code if you guys want anything. All right, this isn't a like normal, like I don't push, but I think it's dope. So I got a cell phone case. This is a matte finish, and you can get you won't have like my name on it, but you'll have process over profits right here, and sacrifice for riches, and then it says family first, nothing else matters. I think that resonates with everybody. So I mean, rock the gear, because you're representing yourself. You're representing the sacrifices that you put in to be here, right? So I'm blue. Yeah, yeah. Is that? I didn't know it started off with I'm blue, but okay, I didn't know it started with I'm blue. That's funny. All right, you funny. All right. But yeah, hold up. No more person. Yeah, no more blue person. Blue man crew, no more. So it's sacrifice4riches.com/shop. I think I gotta put the HTTPS. I think it worked. Yeah, it worked. All right, so that's my website. There's about me there. There's more stuff to come on the website. If you guys want to review me on Google, that will be extremely helpful. So hold on, I'll send you a Google link, and then I'm going to get going here. But let's see. Let me get that, and I'll check back for questions, and I'm gonna go get my baby girl, and we're probably gonna play a game tonight because she doesn't have school tomorrow. Let's see, stocks. Okay, here's reviews. All right, let me get a copy. All right. If you guys think I'm deserving of a 5-star review, please do leave me one on Google. I would really appreciate it. Okay, if there's no questions, I'm just gonna like leave this pause so people can follow the link if they so choose, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So tomorrow, I'm working, right? It's a work day, but we might have time for a trading session. We'll see. Thursday, no go, right? Friday, probably nothing, right? Because it's a holiday week. Your boy needs a break too. But yeah, I think that's about it. Any questions? That's a lot of talking. I was on here for a good minute. That's not too bad though. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, I really appreciate you being here. Can I get a hot Can I get a hot tub? That sounds good right now, babe. I think we should do the hot tub tonight. Let's do it. All right. But everybody, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the time, all the love that was shared here, the people that joined the Discord, the donations, sharing your story, your journey, and then just being a supporter of the channel. So without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody enjoy their Thanksgiving. I wish you well, and I will see you in the next one. Stocks4Rell, Sacrifice for Riches. Everybody, take care.